Hey yo, it's your boy Agent Albatross here again with the Cypher Unlimited crew. We have our usual suspects -1. No Anthony tonight, unfortunately. His son is sick, so he is taking care of him. Hopefully Ethan gets better soon. But yeah, we have the ever lovely Alpha Dean, or simply Dean. And just as a quick reminder, if you haven't already, be sure to follow us here on Twitch or subscribe to us over on YouTube. It is a great help for our channels. And we are also live on Moonbeam. Since things seem steady now, we're streaming on both places. And yeah, if you're on Moonbeam, definitely go check out the Anywhere door where we are currently streaming. But yeah, without further ado, Dean, what are we doing here today?
Well, like you said, it's a stress test, stability test, that thing to make sure everything is going to be running good so we can get back into the swing of things, because we've been out for a few weeks and, you know, it's been kind of goofy. But what we're going to do, you know, this was kind of impromptu. We just said we were going to come on tonight. I just came back from the movies. I just came back from seeing Sinners in the movie theater. And I have to say, it is very rare for me to gush over a movie, you know, not have some hard critiques for it or something like this. But this film just jumped off the screen. And it would be a beautiful, beautiful Old Gods of Appalachia adaptation. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna shut up. We're gonna step back, and we're gonna play the trailer right quick, and then we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna do my best to talk about it and not be spoilery, you know, give spoilers. But damn, and this movie.
Just as an aside, and Dean, you can go ahead and mute your mic because when I finish, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the trailer. I haven't seen the trailer. Dean, like, shortly before we started this, was like, yo, I just came back from watching this movie. It was crazy. Here's the trailer, but I was busy getting the stream ready and stuff, so I didn't get a chance to watch it. So this will be my first time watching it as well. But Dean is, you know, if you know him, if you've been to the server, you know our community, he is quite the critic, movie critic, and he said he would give this a 6 out of 5 stars, which is baffling to me because he doesn't even give shit 4 stars. Like, it's crazy. So let's see what he's all jazzed up about, and we're gonna go ahead and put on the Sinners trailer. So sit back and enjoy. I'm gonna switch to that now.
We've been gone a long time. We back now. You twins? Nah, we cousins.
There are legends of people with the gift of making music so true. It can conjure spirits from the past and the future. This gift can bring fame and fortune.
Will somebody take me?
But it also can pierce the veil between life and death.
Listen here, this ain't no house party. Shit.
Y'all ready to drink? Y'all ready to sweat till y'all stink?
You want some?
You keep dancing with the devil.
Careful, boy. You gonna bite off more than you can chew.
One day he's gonna follow you home.
We got us a problem now.
What the hell going on?
Oh, we heard tale of a party. This world already left you for dead. I can save you from your fate.
You don't need no saving.
Yes, you do.
And you are?
I am. Your way out. Don't cry. It's all better now.
Yes, I lied to you.
I don't believe in magic.
Ghosts, demons.
Just power.
Somebody please take me.
We gonna kill every last one of you.
I ain't mean to scare you. Thought y'all done forgot about me in here. Come on, open the door, let on out of here.
Stay. It's you?
Of course it's me. Open the door.
That ain't your brother.
Love you.
Yo, smell anything? I think I shot myself.
All right, we are back. Yeah, that looks great. Don't forget to unmute yourself. Okay, that looks bananas, bro. What? So on top of Old Gods, I could definitely see this also being like a timepiece for Magnus Archives, depending.
Yes.
Holy shit, yo, that looks crazy. That looks.
Dude,
Man, I need to go watch that.
Again, like I said, I don't. You know me. You know how hard I can be when it comes to movies and everything else. Man, all I can say is man. The movie has so many images that just leap out at you, you know, and the way it's formulated and the pacing of it, you know, is amazing. It all takes place in one night. The entire movie is one night. Yeah, one.
Yo, what?
It's like a 18-hour period, you know. Yeah, like midday to the next day. It's freaking awesome. And Michael B. Jordan plays a dual role in the movie, as you can see in the preview, and it's seamless. It's seamless with the identity of the personalities and how he, you know, seamlessly plays both characters. Hallie Stansfield, that's the young lady. She's actually Josh Allen's fiance or wife. I don't know if they got married yet. You know, the football player Josh Allen. Chemistry and dynamics, you know, and anybody who has, you know, been a part of the African American diaspora, you know, is really gonna relate. If you're not of that diaspora, you know, if you're not, you know, of that culture, it is a snapshot into the culture in such a way that it's an eye opener. It's, you know, I wrote a review. My review is up on Facebook. So if anybody of my friends on Facebook, or if you're my Sovereign Sentinels of Geekdom, the review is there. But I basically say near the end of the review, I said, if Sinners has a moral, and it certainly has many, it's that belief is powerful, dangerous, beautiful, and damning. It's a film that doesn't just ask questions, it demands them. It begs for a post-viewing discussion. So like after we got out the movie, we literally had to go sit down, we went and got ice cream and sat around a table and talked about it. You know, it dares you to look away even when it hurts. In the end, Sinners is not for the faint of heart, but those who seek art that challenges and disturbs. It holds a candle to the past, it sets it against the darkness of today, and it absolutely rocks on every level. And like I said, I give it 6 out of 5 stars.
One thing, or I guess two things real fast. Starheart Dragon, they're on Moonbeam actually. They said, did you see the mid-credit scene? It is
Yes.
a really solid scene. That's crazy. They put a scene in the middle of the credits.
Mid-credit scene and last, I don't know if you saw the ending credit scene. Both all makes just.
That's crazy that there's 2 post-credit scenes essentially.
Yes.
And the other thing they said, because we know you and I both mentioned Magnus Archives and Old Gods, and Starheart was like, how about if played out as an Old Gods character telling the archivist what happened at the Magnus Archives?
Bruh, again, like I said, it can work it can work for so many different things. It can work for so many different things that it just, I mean, like I said, it's very rare for me to walk out of a movie and, just be like, I'm going to see it again. I literally call people on the phone. My niece was supposed to go with us tonight and she couldn't make it. And she's like, damn, I missed it. I'm like, you want to go tomorrow? My wife and I have a concert to go to, tomorrow night. And then we're driving to New York in the morning. And I'm serious. If somebody, said they wanted to go tomorrow afternoon before the concert, I'd be there. It was a 2-hour and 17-minute movie. And I walked out of there wanting more.
Wait, are you going to the to New York City?
Yes.
Take Anthony to go watch it.
Hey, listen, it Sunday afternoon, man, or even after Othello, because like Saturday we're going to see Othello. Okay. We're going to see Denzel Washington on Broadway, and I'm like, hey, maybe that would be awesome. Because my wife said she'd go see it again too. I'll be like, okay, honey, let's go to the movies.
Yeah, I might actually go see it on Sunday. We've had some how they give gift certificate movie tickets. We've had them for like maybe 2 years just sitting there, like waiting for a movie to go watch.
Listen, like I said, take the family, make sure Lily is somewhere. Don't take Lily.
Yeah, Lily goes home on Saturday, so that's why I said Sunday.
yeah, don't take Lily. You go, but man, you will walk out here like, this was some shit. I mean, there were moments in the movie that, where you saw yourself, you see people that you can resonate with, and then you also see their pains, and you see, how music, is this healing balm, but they also talk about it, in a higher spiritual sense. They talk about it from different cultures. Like right at the beginning, the opening, like I said, I don't want to give no spoilers, but the opening soliloquy is basically trying to give you this idea about the power of music and storytellers, and how culturally, what storytellers are capable of doing. It's
that definitely sounds like what you call that speaks to the creative.
Yes, I think that's what it was. That's what it was, because the writer in me, I'm sitting there in the movie theater, and I'm telling you, a half an hour into the movie, I'm like, oh man, I could do an offshoot adventure on this, and I could do an adventure on that. You know what? And man, and then by the end of the movie, I'm like, damn, I got a whole campaign. This would be, because it's really like that, dude. It was really one of them things, and I think that's what we are missing in movies today. Like Hollywood has a tendency to overhype the special effects, or just the actor that's on the screen, or and they give you a hollow story. They give you, people phone in their performances, and yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen, and this is just random shots fired for no reason because I've never really seen them, but I hear that complaint a lot with the Marvel movies. Like they're not full of like great stories. I guess it depends on which movie you're talking about, but I guess more in a general sense of the whole MCU, I guess. That they're more focused on like the special effects and like showcasing the specific actor or something, like with the whole like Tony Stark is now Dr. Doom. Oh, not Tony Stark, but Robert Downey Jr. Like, why make him the same actor? That doesn't fucking make sense. Like, give someone else that chance. Like,
and yeah, that is a very big point. That's a good point, in the sense that what the MCU has done, they went through a period. The first the first three phases, the first Avengers, you know, when it culminated with, you know, the final Avengers movie, that was like the golden age. And then they kind of, to me, they got lazy and they started to rest on their laurels, you know, in the first set of movies, you know, which in the, you know, the first, 3-4 Avengers movies, those all had good things. They were bad movies in places, you know, for all of those. And, you know, it was forgivable. But then by the time they got to quote unquote phase 4, it was almost like they were just phoning in, you know. And see, I'm a big Marvel fan. I'm a big Marvel comic books fan. So a lot of those movies during the phase 4 and what they call it 5 they were just true trash in the sense that characterizations sucked. You know, they didn't do characters justice. You know, a lot of people don't understand that most Marvel characters have deep stories, you know, and if you don't respect the source material, if you don't respect the character integrity, then you're going to lose in the long run. And yeah, that's what happened, you know. So the critique that you're making, that's very much spot on. Now, when we talk about the other Marvel movies that came from like Sony and Fox, yeah, those were buckets of shit. I mean, like overflowing buckets of wild boar shit. I mean, they were terrible. So
People will. I will say this before we get off the Marvel topic. People really do like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. That's Sony, right?
Well, no, I'm talking about current ones. Tobey Maguire.
Okay.
Tobey Maguire was Sony, and it was Spider-Man 1 and 2, excellent movie. Spider-Man 3 was when the trash started.
Okay.
The Andrew Garfield was decent as Spider-Man. I'm talking about everything else they've tried to do. The Craven movie, the Morbius movie, the Madam Web movie. I just want to blow my brains out watching some of this. You know, you're sitting there going, what in the godly hell is this trash that I'm watching? Why am I choking? You know, I mean, it's like, I'm gonna say something really rude but we're all adults. It's like having a sucking ass wound. You know, it's like, you know, you gotta put a patch and cauterize your ass muscle. That's just how bad some of those movies were. But I digress.
But we digress. Yes, I'm very excited to see Sinners, and the fact that it's like quite the opposite in that, you know, it's more about the story and like a very original story at that, it seems like. And yeah, I'm really excited to watch it. Like I think we're gonna try to take my girlfriend to see it on Sunday, or maybe even the whole family if everyone's interested. But
yeah, I would definitely say, you know what? Take your husband. Take Sin. Sin will love the imagery. I think Sin will be extremely inspired and impassioned because the imagery is hardcore. You know, and the crazy part about it is it's like very viscerally filmed. There's no special camera angles and all of this. It's just that they frame everything in almost like the perfect places to catch the light, to catch the emotion on a person's face, to bring the environment to you. You know, yes, Anthony, yes, it is. It does. I said we were saying that before you came on. Old Gods and Magnus Archives. Devin was saying that we should, you know, how about doing it as a person giving an Old Gods archivist the statement about what happened. You know, it just was crazy. You know, somebody from Old Gods of Appalachia giving a statement to somebody at the Magnus Archive.
It definitely fit.
It would. And Al had a great suggestion. I don't know. We'll have to talk to my wife, but maybe Saturday while we're in New York, after we go see Othello, maybe we could go to the movies. I'll go see it again.
Zilzati said a dark day in its only magic. A very dark day in its only magic.
I don't think it's only, you know, it's only magic likes that cozy magic feel. This ain't nothing cozy.
And Kesrick, and I'm responding in text. I guess I could say it out loud. Cypher's really becoming my favorite horror system, and not only does just base Cypher handle it well, but now there's all these extra like horror supplements. Like, it's just one of the best. Like, all the settings they have, and then we also have Stay Alive, which is right here. Like, we just have so much horror goodies in the Cypher system. Like,
When
so
you look
much.
at, and I'm gonna say this to you, Kesrick, and this is what I was trying to explain to somebody else about Cypher system and running any game, but especially horror. Horror is all about atmosphere. Horror is all about evoking a specific type of feeling. And because Cypher has that narrative slant to it, a lot of people will say Cypher isn't a narrative game and this, that, and the third, but it has a narrative slant enough that that's what you can do. You can build that tension. You can make a person feel, even even in something that where you have ability, you can make a person feel kind of not good using the Cypher system. This right here, honestly, I can see this like, and we don't even have a book yet, but the darkest wood, the darkest house could play into this. Like I said, it's some cool shit.
Anthony made a really valid point. And I guess it's good to say it out loud. Next to Numenera, horror is Monte Cook Games' most supported genre, or I guess in Cypher system. So it would be Numenera
absolutely.
has the most shit, and then directly followed by horror. And that's accurate. That's definitely quite valid.
Like Zilzad, he said, I'm in agreement with Zilzad. He says horror requires pacing and a few mechanics to amp pressure and stress. Old Gods and Magnus Archive both do it great. But Cypher system in of itself does it great. Old Gods and Magnus Archives are just settings that are built for it, But like I said, if you've ever played, and if you haven't, do yourself a favor. I'm going to try to twist Anthony's arm and have him run one of his zombie apocalypse games or something, one of his horror games, especially like he does at Halloween. He should do one like earlier on, just to give some more people a taste of it. And I'm telling you, you're like, when we play the zombie games, I mean, people die, we die in the game, sometimes you get to make the heroic sacrifice. Sometimes it's, by no fault of your own, it's just a situation, but horror is handled very, very, very well, and like I said, we were saying Stay Alive and Old Gods and all that. Stay Alive just gives you so many tools to work with, so many ways to do your horror. It gives you zombies, it gives you the terrible children, it gives you, the bad penny, the thing you can't get rid of. It gives you all of these ways to do it, and it does it well. I mean, I was able to run The Fog, John Carpenter's The Fog. I was able to do an adaptation, and Charlie and Maya. I think Old Gus was in that game. Man, the game just ran. It just was great. We rocked out. We had such a great time for Halloween. So,
two things. On top of all the other like MCG horror stuff we also have Mystery Flesh Pit National Park. I'm only mentioning that, or excuse me, I was thinking about it, but then Kesrek mentioned that they have a one-shot coming up for their next game, which is awesome. Nice. And a second thing was Starheart Dragon in on Moonbeam said, my sister said Sinners would be a good twist on Oh Brother Where Art Thou. I've never seen that one, so I don't.
That's a movie with George Clooney, a older movie, but yeah, it could be a very interesting twist on a dramatic film. Yeah.
And just to go back into our horror talk, even I've run horror before Stay Alive was even a thing. Just when we were still running with, I think this was even before the revised core book. I don't remember actually. But I did a slasher in the woods type horror, which was a lot of fun. I forget if you played that one. I ran it like maybe twice ever. But
I got to play one of them.
People definitely died in that one, and it's just how it goes. Like some people like that just sort of happens in horror movies where one bad roll per se, in a game, and you die. Like the killer caught you and you're dead. Like there's nothing you can do about it. And that's kind of how I ran my villain. Like if you rolled bad on trying to escape, you just got caught and died. Like there was no like fighting him. Like that he was just like a force that you couldn't really deal with. And that's really what horror villains are like Jason. Like they don't. I mean, I haven't seen much Jason, so I don't know how much they actually fight Jason. Like, but I imagine it's not super effective, right? Like, so yeah, like my horror slasher thing was kind of like that, where the villain was just a force of nature, essentially, that you couldn't really, you have to just avoid. And it was still fun. It was still a blast, and it really played on that hiding and like trying to find ways to slow them down or whatever. And yeah, I still think that's a super fun way to do a horror game too.
Well, I'm going to say this, as far as running games in Cypher system. I've played a lot of games, since joining the CU, since, you guys, and mainly I get to play with you guys. And I have to tell both of you and Anthony, you guys are excellent freaking games. You understand the assignment when it's time to sit down and play a game. And I think that's another part of it. I think people have to, kind of have to put themselves, into the game itself and be passionate about the story they want to tell. And by doing that, you bring something else to the table. You bring, and that's what I'm saying about like watching this movie. We're doing a movie review and talking about gaming all in the same breath, because Cypher is cinematic gaming. That's right there in the description of it, when you read in the rule book. And this was cinematic at its finest, and it's inspirational because, it makes you want to put on your descriptive cap, and you want to break out your art brush and really give that artistic flair, and watching this movie for me as a storyteller, it just nailed that to the wall perfectly. That if I'm going to tell a story, then you know what, no holds barred, I'm not backing off, just get ready, and we're going to boom, you better be ready because it's happening, and if you run a horror game, yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm dying laughing because Anthony's like, tell the audience that Gonza confirmed Mystery Flesh Pit for CypherCons today. And I guess you're going to have to elaborate on what that means, are we getting like materials for Mystery Flesh Pit one-shot? Is he running one-shots? Like, what's happening there? And I'm laughing because, like even on text, he says, do it for YouTube. Like, you can see the text on the screen here. Like, anybody who's watching YouTube, they can see it. It's right there. I'm just being silly because it's a silly stream.
That's awesome. To answer your question, Zilzaddy says, was Sinners like a good version of Lovecraft Country? I wouldn't even put it in the same category as Lovecraft Country. I'd put this movie was its own animal, because of course you saw in the preview, you saw it was vampires, and I'm not going to say any more than that, because it's not the typicality of what you expect, in a vampire story. Now, mind you, the tropes are there, the tropes that we know about vampires, the things that we've all heard. Anybody who's into this genre of horror, who watches movies, who's into sci-fi, fantasy, we've seen every freaking trope there, but we've never seen it translated this way. It was beautiful. It was, like I said, it was, I mean, like I said, I really wanted to start talking about parts of the movie, but I refuse to spoil it for anybody. I mean, I'll say this. I'll give you another line from my review. It is a staggering blend of horror, history, and humanity, and it's unmissable. That's, I mean, y'all don't even understand. I can go back and watch the movie again right now.
Damn, that is definitely glowing coming from you.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
So,
excited to go see it. Yeah.
you said Devin. I mean, you said Starheart was saying over on Moonbeam. He said a couple of things. Ask him, did he watch the movie already?
I assume so because they
Yeah.
mentioned the mid and post credit scenes. So
Oh, that's
like,
true. Oh, okay. So he
I feel like they
watched.
must have seen it.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, guys. There is a mid credit scene and a post credit scene.
And what you call it? And you just told me to ask them if they've. You talk and ask them. They're listening.
Right, now listen.
What is happening?
Anthony, you know what, Anthony? That is an apropos comparison, but
Oh shit!
at the same time, where I say it's apropos, it's also like think of it inversed. But yes, but yes, you know, you are dead ass on the money about that. You know.
I'm dying, bro. I am fucking.
Yeah,
dying.
we are old. We forget that we are talking to everybody out there, and I'm like, hey, ask Devin, you know, just like
Right there, he's listening.
he's right here.
Oh damn! And they said they're also planning to see it tomorrow and Sunday. They bought midnight tickets so they could see it the day of release and stayed for a second showing. Holy shit! They got you beat. They got you beat for sure. That's crazy. Damn, I really want to see it.
Well, you know, I know my wife doesn't like to do the midnight show, so I had to wait till today, you know, which is still a day early, so I'm good, you know. I'm good. So it's like I said, I'm just you
Wait,
know.
they're already selling that? Like Starheart just said, I also bought the collector's and steel box of it. I'm guessing pre-order?
Yeah.
That's cool that they're already doing pre-orders for like the physical shit. That's awesome. Damn, nice. And they're even doing like a steel box thing? That's mad
Yeah.
cool.
And here's the thing. I'm saying this now. This movie is going to get panned by a lot of critics. It's not going to get the recognition that it truly deserves. It'll probably make a nice shit ton of money because people are going to go see it. Word of mouth is going to carry this movie. But I doubt seriously that they're going to give it the accolades that it truly deserves. You know, and that's just, you know,
Oh,
98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's
Is
okay.
that 98%? Is that 98%?
I'm assuming
people?
audience. I'm assuming that's the audience rating.
You know, what are the critics saying? Because I've seen a few places already that a few of the critics have already tried to pan it and say it wasn't as good as it's supposed to be, and yada yada yada.
So Zilzaddy, that's gonna happen later, but so I'll just read out loud what they asked.
Yeah.
By the way, are you gonna discuss getting MCG as the CypherCon sponsor? What it will mean for GMs, players, etc., or will it wait for a later episode? It's definitely gonna wait for a later episode. Anthony already put out a small little video. I forget how long it was, but he went and learned OBS. I'm very proud of him, by the way, Anthony. I'm very proud of you. He learned how to like set up a scene in OBS and like recorded his own video and uploaded it, and that's awesome. I don't know. Again, I didn't watch it because I've been hella busy today doing all the shit I've been doing. But he talked about CypherCon a little bit. I'm assuming not too in-depth about what you're asking. But yeah, we will definitely go further in-depth on that, you know, prior to all the shit starting up. Because we're still in the preliminary, like, planning and getting, you know, GM signups ready and all that shit. So once all that is more in line and ready, we can speak on it, you know, better. If that makes sense.
Well, Kazarek, that's nice. Kazarek, I'm impressed because I didn't look. I normally stay away from critics because
97 critics? That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, and like I said, well, and as you said, if it's 98% audience and you got me saying that, then you understand this movie is deserving of being seen. You know, it really deserves. Even if you're, and here's the other cool aspect of it that I really found interesting is that it's ported as a horror movie. It has horror elements, but it's just a strong story. You know, it's a strong story.
I'm excited
Man.
to watch it.
I'm excited for people to see it, and hopefully my wife will say yes, and I can go see it Saturday with Anthony. You know, Anthony's gonna walk out of the theater like, fuck yeah.
Ooh, but yeah, I think this was an excellent talk, excellent test of the stream. We kind of talked a lot about Sinners. I don't know if we could talk much more, and again, we could probably prattle on about some other random topic if we really wanted to. But the main purpose of this stream was to test the stability, and I am proud to say we are 44 minutes of being live and 0 drop frames. And you saw we've been using trailers. I have Moonbeam on stream. I have Discord open. I'm stressing the fuck out of my internet, and it is stable. I'm quite happy about that. So be ready for our regular shows to come back on, and we'll be steadily doing our thing again. Because I've said this on Discord, I've said it on stream, I'm just gonna say it again. It was so frustrating turning on the stream to see drop frames within the first 5 seconds of it, even though nothing changed on my end, and I even improved my cable situation. But what I did this time, and I guess this was the issue, I got a brand new modem. I went back to my ISP, Cox, traded in my modem for a newer model. Apparently I was 2 generations behind, and we are golden now. So look forward to more regular streams again.
I am happy to say that, yes, because I kind of been fiending, trying to get back on here, just to talk to everybody, because I enjoy our Tuesday and Thursday night streams a lot.
I threw you under the bus. I heard it for sure. And it coincided with a message. It was my Discord doesn't even make sounds when people call me. I don't hear ringing, nothing. I don't want to hear fucking anything ever.
Okay,
literally, I cannot stand notification noises. Bruh. And Kesrick is Discord changes settings for no reason all the time, so it just could have just changed.
I know I went in and shut everything down, but I'll go back in. So check it out. Yeah, CypherCon is coming, and hopefully there'll be a slot left. We're all going to be trying to work on this and be there. Hopefully there'll be a slot, because I do want to kind of showcase the September at Legacy. By September, it's definitely going to be ready. I want to run a game and, kind of show that off a little bit. I'm damn excited about what I've got put together for that as well. But that's another stream. Give me a few more weeks, and I'm definitely going to have that quick start out, to start getting feedback and everything else. So, yeah, everybody, this was a great stream. I'm glad we're back. And Anthony, wish you were here, because I could have only imagined what kind of questions you would have asked me. You always ask the best questions to get the best out of us. But yeah. Go see Sinners. If you do nothing else this weekend, go see Sinners. Put this movie on the map. Let Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, Hallie Stansfield, Delray Lindo, I'm naming all the actors. Let them shine. Ryan Coogler is actually the director and writer of the movie, but let them shine. Give them their laurels. Let's make some noise about this one, people.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to go see it if at least not on Sunday, sometime soon. Kesrick said, I hope Sinners can top the excellence of the Minecraft movie.
Well, the Minecraft movie has made a lot of money.
Yeah, it's been memed to death, and people love that shit. So, I actually want to see the Minecraft movie too at some point. But I'm kind of scared to see it in theaters, quite frankly. I'm actually worried. So I'm gonna wait until it's on streaming probably, and then use our tickets that we have to go see Sinners instead. Because at least I know with Sinners we're not gonna get bombarded with popcorn and soda and people jumping towards the screen and shit.
Listen, we went to see Sinners today, and it was crazy because it's an R-rated film, it's an adult film, but if you saw the number of children in that theater and the parents are buying these $30 little tiny Minecraft swords that are only this big,
They're $30.
Man, they're trashing people. like I said, you know, normally what I do is I go to the movies. Me and my wife have the movie pass, the Regal, you know, Plus card and shit where we can go to as much as we want. And I never buy souvenirs when they come out. I just wait. You wait like a month, and then you get everything for $5 on
eBay.
No, you don't even get it on eBay.
Oh, just from the.
You go back to the movie theater.
They generally have like backstock.
Yes.
That's a pro tip right there, like a pro theater tip.
Give me a second. Just let me run and get it. I have a Stein from the Red movie, the Red One movie, where about the Santa Claus and
yeah.
Let me go grab it. I'll be right back.
Damn, that's a hella good tip for moviegoers. Like, if you're collecting that memorabilia or whatever they sell with the movie, wait like a month, he said, and then go back to you guys got any more of so and so? That's crazy. The only movie souvenir I wanted was a Dune popcorn bucket. I'm not even gonna ask why you wanted that. I'm just gonna drop it. Okay. I actually haven't seen Dune. I really should. I've heard it's good. But I've never seen the original or read the books either.
Look at this.
You paid $5 for that? Get the fuck out of here. I don't believe you. But hold it up higher so I can see it better. Like, and that's metal?
Yep.
Like the outside is metal too?
Yeah.
And that was $5? Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy.
Dude, $5.
What?
I wait. I just wait. I wait. Any souvenir I want.
Zielzad, he said that was from the Red One?
Yeah.
He's asking where was that from? And that was from the movie theater. You paid $5.
Yeah, from the movie theater, I got it for $5.
And you said you wait how long? Like a month after release, or
like a month or two after the movie comes out? When you just walk in here, they'll just have a whole they have a whole display area right now with everything that's 50% off the original prices.
What the hell? Like, what theater is this? What theater chain?
Regal.
I guess. Okay.
The Regal. Look, look, my Godzilla from the Godzilla -1. This was like $15 when they were originally coming out. I got this for $3.
What? Yo, so I haven't been to the movie theaters in a hot minute. You said they have like display, like shelves with this shit. Just
yeah.
What? Like, I've never seen that in a theater. Did it just have it? Like, I mean, I guess I haven't been since like the souvenir shit has been like popping up. Like
the next time I go to the movies, the next time I go to the
take a picture. I'm
gonna just take a picture, and they just have an area like they've got like the T-shirts, like the Captain America T-shirts were like $40 when they first in the movie theater. Now they're down to $25. I'm gonna wait like another couple of weeks if we down to $10.
What? You're blowing my mind right now. I have never seen that in a theater. What? Is that like commonplace, or is that like you have a special theater?
No, the Regal theaters, the Regal movie theaters. This has become like big business, dude. They have what's the movie that just came out? The Snow White movie, right? They got it's the chest that, you know, where she brings her the apple.
Yeah, it's popcorn bucket, I'm guessing.
It's a popcorn bucket, but it glows. It's like light up, got light switch. I mean, dude, they got like the craziest. They got Funko Pops in for all the movies.
What the fuck?
They've got what was that? The Beetlejuice movie. They got a Beetlejuice phone holder. You know, where you can put your phone stand. Dude, they got, it's just like stuff out of
this world. Keswick is like where I'm coming from. They said, I think my theater's too small for it. I have to go to a larger city to have a chance at any of that stuff. And maybe, because again, the theater we go to is Harkin right here at Tempe Marketplace usually. Is it Harkins?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I've never once seen anything like that. Never.
Harkins, I don't think Harkins is a big enough chain. I think Harkins is maybe just indigenous to Scottsdale.
Okay.
I don't even, or Tempe. I think it might.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. We're gonna look for a Regal to go watch the shit.
I used to go to that one all the time when I lived there. I used to go to that Tempe, to the one in the plaza, right? The Tempe Plaza, or whatever it is, Marketplace.
Yeah, Zielzaddy made a good point. they got to make it a bigger experience than watching in your pajamas at home. So their tchotchkes are getting crazy. That 100% makes sense. But I've never once seen it. Like,
like Jason C said, AMC theaters, they do it. Yeah, because like at the AMC theaters, damn, it's upstairs. I have a D20 from the Dungeons and Dragons movie. It's a giant D20.
I actually, the STLs of that got leaked online or something, and this is like a small 3D printed version of it. Yep. I keep on dicing it.
Yeah, but I got the big one. That was the popcorn bucket.
Yeah, I got the mini one. I got the tiny. It holds like extra small.
No, Stormbringer. I did not get the I didn't get the popcorn cover because I don't know. I just felt a little bit funny about sticking my hand in a worm's mouth the way they had it designed. It was a little bit it was just a little bit scary.
Damn, that's crazy. Yo, you just blew my fucking mind, bro. Like, I had no idea any of this was... Like, of course I seen online, movie, like, the bucket, the fancy buckets or whatever. That's about all I thought they were doing. Like, hey, we're going to promote the movie with a fancy movie, like a popcorn bucket. Oh, we're so cool. I honestly thought that was the extent of it. Like, that was it. Holy shit. I got to go to Regal or AMC or something to see what the hell is going on.
And Jason, because Stormbringer asked me if I got the cover for Dune. It was supposed to be a sandworm. Jason says, honestly, that Dune one, it didn't look like a worm. I'm just saying. And that's exactly what I'm saying. I didn't want to look like sticking your hand in it. Just imagine what I'm thinking what it would look like, okay?
I'm not even going to comment on that. What Devin said, and I was actually wanting to get one of those if I could. He says he has the D&D movie Heroics. I don't know if that's what it's actually called. It's a D20 that transforms into like a dragon or a displacer beast or kitten or whatever. Those things were hella cool. I really wanted one. Like, I should have went and bought one. Like, at that point I was like, yo, I'm not spending any money on Hasbro shit, no Wizards of Coast shit. But those things are hella cool. Maybe look on eBay and get it like, not directly giving them money.
Talking about like the D&D movie. The D&D movie was nothing but a money grab on every level, even though it turned out to be a good freaking movie.
I do want to. I haven't seen it yet. I still need to see it.
Okay, Al. Now that we got your stuff together, one of these weekends, movie night.
We'll watch D&D movie. Yep, we'll watch the D&D movie on Discord. Look forward for that, guys.
We got to do another movie night. But
we'll watch it on Discord.
But it really was. But it was a money grab. They had so many novelties for that movie that was just stupid,
Yeah, too much. But again, I wouldn't mind going on eBay and giving to someone else, as long as I'm not giving it directly to Hasbro or Wizards.
Well, and the other thing is, if you go on eBay, you'll probably get it for a decent price too. Because a lot of things are going for decent prices. Just don't let the person, mess with you.
But either way, this has been an excellent talk, and we just had a random ass fuck. Even though I tried to close us out earlier, and we started talking about movies and shit. So I am apparently a caveman when it comes to the movie going experience at this point. Oh shit! But yeah, everyone, audience, look forward to a D&D movie night where we're gonna watch the D&D movie because I haven't seen it yet, so we're gonna watch it together. Yeah, this was an excellent talk, excellent test for the stream. I'm glad. And still 0 drop frames. I am still so fucking happy about that. And yeah, like Anthony said, go vote for the CypherCon name of the where we're actually crowdsourcing the name. If you're not on the Discord, go ahead and join it. It looks like right now the name Worlds Unlimited is winning, so it'll be CypherCon Worlds Unlimited. That's like the tagline.
CypherCon 2025.
Yes, there you go. And then Worlds Unlimited. And the two other ones were Step Through the Door of Infinity and what was the second one? I'm fucking blanking.
I don't remember.
We're horrible. Holy shit. Anyways, I'm not even going to look it up. We're just going to stay horrible. We're just trash. But yeah, go vote. I definitely voted. I'm not going to tell you what I voted for, but Worlds Unlimited is winning by a pretty fucking wide margin, though.
Yeah, it really is.
But yeah, definitely go vote. Yeah. Was there any other final thoughts? I can do the usual Anthony closeout for us, unless you wanted to do it.
Yeah, I'll just basically say if you like us and you like what we do, we are the one-stop shop for all things Money Cook Games. We are Cypher Unlimited. If Discord isn't for you, then you can join our YouTube channel, and you can join our Facebook channel. Al's laughing at me.
I sure am.
Go ahead, Al. You do it.
I'll continue from where you left off.
I can't see you keep a straight face.
I'm so sorry. So, just continuing. Join the YouTube, join the Facebook. And if you want to give us a little monetary donation, it's not necessary at all. Our videos will always be free, but you can give us something on Ko-Fi. If you want to actually get something for giving us money, you can go to our merch store where we have shirts, hats, those sort of things. And again, if I already did YouTube, and I don't have a link for Moonbeam, but if you haven't gone to Moonbeam yet, I'm just going to link Moonbeam straight up. Moonbeam.stream. You can find us there under the Anywhere door. Just search for the Anywhere door and you should be able to join it. And we are live on there as well. We are trying to grow that community as well for the Cypher system creators as a whole. So we're trying to we have a bunch of people on there trying to get their show started and stuff. And we're trying to be on there as much as we can to try to get eyes on there, because some people will be streaming just there. But as far as this streaming thing goes, we can stream anywhere we want, so we're doing Twitch and Moonbeam still. But yeah, just in case someone is only on Moonbeam, it doesn't hurt to have eyes there. So if you haven't joined yet, definitely be sure to. Am I missing anything, Dean?
I think you got it, Joe.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for coming on. Any last words, Dean?
We love you guys. I got that one.
So yeah, we'll be on Discord as usual. Thank you guys so much for coming on. This was an excellent stream test and an excellent movie discussion, and look forward to the D&D movie night coming to the Discord sometime soon, because I still haven't seen it, and I think that would be a fun one to watch with the community. And yeah, as usual, from us at the CU, we will see you later. Peace. I streamed
you started laughing
because you said YouTube instead. Facebook is you don't like Discord. Go to YouTube. What the fuck? Oh shit. Oh wait, are we still on Moonbeam? Oh shit, we're still on Moonbeam. Okay.